Spirit Talker, Spoken Wisdom. This message is about what is my role here? Why do I make my videos? And what is the purpose behind it? Listen to me. Through my videos, I don't want nobody put no title on me. I'm not no priest. I'm not no prophet. Whatever title that you think I'm trying to claim to be, I'm not. I am nothing but a simple messenger. God will give me my title when that time comes. Jesus will. I believe he will. Before I go through heaven's gates, he will tell me the role that I played on earth and if I lived up to that. It's not for me to say, and it's not for you to say. So the people think I'm trying to be something or no. Society has whitewashed the spiritual connection that we have with God so much. Being spiritual, understanding your zodiac sign, it's against the Bible. People are like, oh, as soon as you start talking, oh, no, I'm a Christian. I don't do that. And they don't still see the ignorance that they say. They don't want, if you carry that lie that you was raised on, knowing within your spirit, because your seed of your father and your mother's egg don't want to admit to it. You got to get that in line with your spirit. If you cannot get the seed of your father and your mother's egg in line with the spirit of God, Jesus, come on. Would you let yourself inside your home? If you knew a person did not match their spirit, they may be able to come to your house. Are you going to let them in your home? If you knew that they weren't in line, that's a lie. It's not about who you lied to. It's about when you lie to yourself. When your seed and your egg cannot be honest with the spirit, that is a lie. It's not what you say to somebody else. It's not the spirit to each other. God will never lie to himself. One spirit to another spirit, they know. Now, if you want to admit to that, that's another story. And until you can admit to how your spirit feels versus your seed of your father and your mother egg, your parents' ways, your human being, once you match your human being with your celestial being, once you match your child of man with the child of God is the spiritual being, the celestial being. The child of man, that's the D.O.B., born on earth, the date of birth, that is the human being. You take the seed and the egg of a mother that was given life by the Spirit of God, and God, he grew in the image of what that seed and egg made. He is the fertilizer to the seed and egg that makes it grow. Understand that. Now, if it does not grow with the Spirit of God and goes another direction, that's a weed. That's a weed. You got to weed that out. I hope you understand. I hope your spirit can understand what I'm saying. It may not make no sense to you, but listen. Think about what I'm saying. Again, I'm nothing but a messenger of God. I don't believe in religion. I don't believe in laws. And I don't believe in the sanctuary of marriage because it's made in the image of man. And you know who society is driven by. What man is society driven by, huh? What? Which one? Which one is good and which one is evil? Now, guess what? Within your spirit, if it says something and you don't want to admit to it out loud, but you want to admit to what everybody else says in society, to me, society is the devil. You can go along with society, but if your spirit don't agree with what's going on in society with everything, you better be honest with yourself and God. I don't care about everybody else outside of you. It's about within you. Until you can be honest within yourself, you're a lie. Now, understand this. My message is to get me inside heaven's gates. The man in me will live based on society. I know how y'all assholes in society think. I'm a 250-pound black man. Most of my friends and family don't even comprehend why I speak the way I speak for the way I was raised. I was raised by 6 different fathers. I took the good from them, but you better believe the bad came from them. I am that son. And I had to be handled. I had to be handled physically. But I don't hold on to the bad. God will take care of that for me. I put that in God's hands. He has a department for that. It's called karma. And these are the trials and tribulations I may go through. And because of whatever was in my trials was designed by Jesus, granted to me by God. They are both one and the same, but Jesus showed me that he can walk his trials too. And can I? And I was raised like Jesus. Jesus wasn't raised with his father on earth, was he? I was raised by 6 different fathers. I foster relationships with fathers and mothers, and it was allowed by my mom. My mother is a true goddess, Darlene Gutsy Freeman. Okay, she called my foster parents babysitters. And I can't even get mad at her. And and even if I did, it would not make no difference. I am that son. I learned the lesson that I needed to learn, and she is proud of me. But again, I'm not trying to be no priest. You know what they say about it. And when you don't want to admit to that, but yet you still take your kids and drop them off, and they become part of the ministry of the church itself, and you know the risk that you put not your child, but God's child in harm's way. As I stated, my foster home was better than any boarding school in America. The most richest ones. See, I can call my administration staff mother and father. There's no way in hell that some rich person will allow their child to call some other person mother and father. That is selfish, ignorant, and self-centered. And that's when the kids become disconnected. And that's why they disrespect you, because you wasn't around long enough. Regardless how much money you have, if you weren't around enough to play that role, not for yourself, but for God. If he took your seed and made it a child, then you have to play the role of being there. Not just materialistically, financially, but mentally and emotionally. And allow that child to express themselves, to come out, to blossom, to bloom. If it's a male child, as I had one messenger that sat there and said, I'm not a father yet, but when I become one, thank you. That's the future father in him. And my biggest thing in him, understand what you've been raised in God's child. Even if you don't take no pride in it as being your child, because that woman may be taking the pleasure of being a father away from you, don't. As I state to every woman, never have a baby for a man. He will disappoint you. If you don't believe me, ask around. But also equal to it, never have a child for yourself. Because what you dream of today won't be reality tomorrow. But at the end of that opportunity, that time comes, have that child because you can. Do you understand? That's what makes you a goddess. A distance of God. The only thing coming between you and God is the child of God, goddess. And God, the connection that you have to Mother Earth, you bring life to earth. Don't do it for no man. He will follow the pleasure of it. Don't do it for yourself, because what you expect that man to do, it won't become true, then you won't be pleased by it. But guess what? You're a mother to man's child. That's the second motherhood. Your first motherhood is the DOC, the date of conception. You're a mother to God's child, and that's forever, child. That is forever. Not just the 40 weeks that God is inside you, your the womb, creating a fetus from your feet, the flesh of a female. He eats from you. He feeds your child, that fetus inside you, for 40 weeks, growing it and bonding his spirit to your egg and that man's seed. That child is 80% of you and 20% of man, I truly believe, and 100% of God. 40% of your fee and 40% of your woo, and man gets 20% of his nut. And if you want to argue contents of that, come on. She carried around for 40 weeks. What gives you the right to even claim that ignorance by itself? It will condemn you to hell until you get it right. Understand that. Now, I don't know what priest would say that. I don't know what prophet. The man in me don't want to even say it. It's up to me to get myself into heaven. My children, they reap it within them. This is going to be the first they hear a message like that. But I know they have it within them. I gave them everything I have within me. No different than each one of my foster father. What I learned is what a father passes on to his son. What you raised in a son. I watch each and every one of my foster fathers be a man outside the house. I watch each and every one of them go inside that home and become a gentleman. And that true throne is inside the home. And when you cannot sit on a throne as a man inside your home, maybe outside the house. That's why a man screamed that he runs the house. But y'all got to understand, stop that insanity argument. Women want to stand outside the house with a man and argue who runs the house. Allow him to say he runs the house. You got to understand which one's better. Okay? Everybody go to the house. Okay? But they all want to go inside a home. And to be honest, who really want to be at the house unless they can go inside a home? So guess what? Let him go outside the house and scream as loud as he wants that he runs the house. You just know the woo in your womb turns the house into a home. That is your godlike powers. God gave you creation. You give a woman a lemon, she makes a lemonade. What do you think a man is to you? He is a lemon. You're supposed to turn him into a gentleman. You are his motivation. You are to inspire him to let go of that man and put something before it in his gentleness. But what is your gentleness? That is the man in you. Your man is not supposed to be tough and strong. You're not supposed to chastise your son and make him a man. Their man is so you will never need one, want one, or ask God for one. You need to believe in the man that you have within your woman. Know that's all the man you will ever need. And at the end of the day, ask God for a gift from him, and that is a gentleman. And a gentleman will provide the 3 P's. He will parent any child of God. He will provide for a lady. He will protect both. He will never provide for a woman. I tell God every day I cannot stand his daughter in her woman stage. I can't even stand his son in his man stage. The ignorant conversation that I have with men are the same ignorant conversation I have with women. And some of them ain't women no more. They become a woo man. Their man become bigger than their woman. And if a man comes into their life, they cannot even fit back into their woo. Because their man is bigger than their W. You understand that? Don't allow your man to become so big that you cannot allow a man to take it over. A man's man is bigger than your man so he can consume your man. He has to learn to put 90% of his man in your 10%. So for every one that you want in your 10% man, he has to please that. Do the math. It's a beautiful number. You understand that? It gives you, if man wants a piece of meat, you want the trimmings, everything, 1 to 10. You get all that. You give him that 1, you get 10. Understand the math of that. And when we still don't got no more to fulfill the last 10, that's why we earn you. Because we're going to always owe you for what you done for us. Without you, there would not be life on earth. I know we don't have no statues you built. I know we make you celebrate Mother's Day of the date of birth, the DOB. That DOB, the only thing that is the birth of a man becoming a father. It's not even the birth of a child. A child was born the day that you became a mother, the DOC, the date of creation and the date of conception. Understand that. Without conception, there could not be creation. So the day that God decided to conceive you to have his child, that was the day that he decided to come inside of your womb and create his child inside of you. You did not grow anything pertaining to that child. Eyes, nervous system, ears. You did not plan what that child is going to look like in 54 years. God did. His spirit When you gave your egg, you became disconnected. When he gave his seed, he became disconnected. God blended, and God is always connected to his spirit inside of you. Not only God gave you life, but God came inside you for 40 weeks. The relationship that you have with God during the birth of a child, that's what we should study. Not going to space or going to the sea, but go within. Understand. Not to read a Bible disconnects you from your true self, but to truly understand oneself. Not to poison ourselves with the food and the medications that we have going on, but to cleanse ourselves and guess what? Heal the spirit, and the spirit will heal us. But when we kill ourselves, the flesh, the seed, and the egg, we don't take care of that, it poisons the soul and the spirit. The soul protects the spirit. Don't kill your soul. Because see, your soul cannot go through heaven's gate. It carries sins of the flesh. But once you confess to the sins of the flesh of man, the seed and egg of man, the human being, and then and only then will that spirit release from your soul and go through heaven's gate. Only the spirit can go through heaven's gate that came from heaven. What's inside heaven is God himself, the Most High. Jesus, it came on the outside, even though we killed Jesus on earth. See, Jesus is our earthbound God. He don't want to be called God. He came as our brother. He wanted to walk amongst us as one another. He wanted to show us that we can make it back to the heaven's gate and make it back to him, the Most High. Regardless what name you want to call God, Jesus, Ishwa, I don't care. I was raised with the Bible, and I know God spoke to me within it. God spoke to me within water. God has spoke to me within in the grass, the earth, Mother Earth. Are you listening? Do not be the devil to the message to kill the positivity that just passed through that message. What may not fit you, it may not be right for you right now, does not mean it's wrong. Don't spend so much energy trying to kill a message that was sent by God. Again, the man in me, that's what society wants to see in me. Okay, I know how I'm supposed to act and what I'm supposed to say and how I'm supposed to be. But as I stated a long time, God gave me a stain for this. The man that I was is not the gentleman I am. If you cannot see me for who I am, then you do not deserve to see me. Did you hear the message in that? Do you even understand the message? A lot of my friends and family, they know me for the man I am. They have a hard time comprehending the gentleman I am. Don't get it twisted. Their hesitation, yes, I can become that man again anytime. Okay? That is Abby. Gentleman James. Hey, nobody knows James. But Abby, he knows how he's supposed to act if you say something wrong. I was that kid that defended his mother from east side to west side, from Youngstown to Cleveland, from Toledo to home. And everybody knows him what cities I've been in. It does not matter. Don't care about that. That's the man in me. But James, hey, I try to let that go. I love the respect I get as Abby. I do. Trust me. To all my friends and family, I love that. But I'm not that no more. Can I be that? Oh, you better believe that I came from that. My job is to show God that I can suppress that. That is not me. He allowed me inside heaven's gate. That I am his soldier on earth. Does not matter. I'm not being that man for society, but I'm being that gentleman that he will allow inside his heaven. I learned that. And from my foster families, not group home, I understand. Learn that. What's greater than a woman is a lady. She let go of that man in her. Nobody wants to deal with a woman. Nobody wants to deal with a man. They will not let them inside a home. Even though man try to make you marry a woman and marry as a man, you don't want to be trapped in a house. A man and woman goes to a house. A lady and gentleman goes inside a home. Make sure you do not get trapped in a house. So make sure you marry as a lady and a gentleman. And if she does not bring out that gentleman and make you inspired to be that gentleman, she is not the one for you. I don't care how pretty and how bad she is. The devil is a beautiful thing, but it's not for you. Man and women are the devil. A lady and gentleman are the sheep. That is the flock of Jesus. Understand that. He'll bring his flock home. He came down there to lead us back to heaven. He came down to lead us back to heaven. And when they decided to whitewash the Bible, they decided to kill Jesus. Oh, they say he sacrificed and gave his life for us. Oh, yeah, he did. Oh, Father, they know not what they do. Yes, some of them didn't. Okay, but some of them did. And when you go with majority, guess what? We live the sin of man. We live the sin of man. We have to choose to be awakened. We have to choose to believe that the spirit that belongs to Jesus and God is inside of us, that bonds the egg and the seed together. Give it to God. Give it to Jesus. See, Jesus really don't want it. He wants to be your brother. He wants you to follow him so you can go back to heaven's gate and you can give it to God. Do you believe in Jesus and that he tried to lead you back to heaven's gate? And he's still there, even though he's not physically here. He's still here within you. Open your mind to him. Listen to your thoughts. That is communication between you as your celestial being to Jesus. The child of God hears his Father in heaven through his thoughts, as long as his job to choose the positive, not the negative, not what gets you more likes because you say the message that other people resonate. They just, guess what? They had that trial and their tribulations too. Yes, you can get a lot of followers, but guess what? Are y'all going the right direction? Understand that. Have a blessed day, Spirit Talker.